Okay, so it says consider an object goes displacement of 15 meters over 3.0 seconds while accelerating at negative 15 meters per second squared. So that has to be meters per second squared. They're not meters per second. Make sure you were given that right. And it's asked for initial velocity. So this is a good time to practice our listing of our givens. So I see 15 meters. I write it down. I see 3 seconds. I write that down. I see negative 15 meters per second. Okay? And I'm looking for initial velocity. All right, so meters is going to be either an X for how far or a D for displacement, or whatever letters you're given. Seconds is time. Meters per second is a velocity. Now, this is initial, so this must be a final velocity. Oh, I'm sorry, wait, and see, that's why I get messed up. Meters per second squared, not meters per second. Oopsie. So, meters per second squared, that's better, and this is acceleration. See, and that's why I'm so different. I don't even look for those words. I look for numbers and units because that's going to be helpful. Okay, so now we look at which equation. Now I have my equations look like this. VF equals VI plus AT. I have VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. And I have the big ugly. Boom. All right. Now, if I look at what I'm given time. Most important thing is time and final position, or how far. So if I have how far, this top equation has nothing to do with how far. So that's a waste of my time. Next is I am given time. This equation does not have a t in it, so that's a waste. So the only thing left is this equation here, the big ugly. All right, which did not take the squared over with it, but that's okay. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to plug in. Now, if I don't ask for or give you initial position, it's really 0, so that's gone. Okay, I'm looking for initial velocity. And I have to do some algebra here, some ugly algebra, but that's okay. So here we go. I'm going to subtract the 1/2 AT squared from both sides. And I have XF minus 1/2 AT squared is equal to VIT. Now I'm going to divide both sides by the t. So I have my equation is going to be VI is equal to XF minus 1/2 AT squared divided by t. So I can plug in my numbers. XF was 15 meters. My 1/2 AT squared, I have 1/2, and I would put that in as a 0.5 in my calculator, but negative 15 times 3 squared, okay? And then I have my t, and again, that's 3 still. All right? In my calculator, I probably make it look like this. Parentheses 15, because I don't like doing more than one hitting of enter in my calculator. So negative 0.5 for the 1/2, negative 15, 3 squared, close parentheses, divided by 3. That's what I'm looking for. So let's plug it in to my calculator. Parentheses 15 minus 0.5 times a negative 15 times 3 squared, close parentheses, divided by 3, and I get an initial velocity of something that's off there, so I'd have to check that one again. Oh no, that's good because it was a negative 15. Yep, those cancel out. The negatives canceled out, right? Here and here, those cancel out, and I get an initial velocity of 27.5.